Welcome to our channel. Here's another video about our Taylors & Company Uberti, and this is chambered in 38 Special 357 Magnum. It's a white floral engraved. As you can see inside the cylinder there is red ammunition, but they are not live rounds. That is snap caps for this particular weapon because it has a fixed firing pin. Well, actually, this one is not fixed. It's got a safety on it to where it'll move in. If you don't pull through the trigger, this will fall back and it will not strike the firing pin. But again, these are snap caps. Get this open here. No ammo. It's all just aluminum casing with a little spring in there. If I can get it to focus for you. And it fires down on that center and cushions the firing pin so it doesn't break or damage it in any way when it's slamming forward like that. This is the white floral engraved model by Taylors & Company, actually made by Uberti. It's not stainless steel, it's white floral engraved steel, polished. And sitting here trying to do this with my left hand. It's really a nice little weapon. I enjoy it. So far, I've only shot it a few times. You can take the cylinder out and inspect it, clean it, so forth. It's got the blued screws in all the different areas here on the weapon and the deep blued cylinder pin there. You just push this over and pull the pin forward and the cylinder will come out when it's on half cock. This is full cock here. Lower it down. There's half cock on this model. It is a 3-click model, not 4-click, and it has the retractable firing pin. You can load all 6. Uberti still recommends loading 5 because they don't want a lawsuit, just in case that doesn't function 100%. If you're on the range, load all 6. Have fun. Don't worry about it. But if you're riding your horse on a trail, you might want to load 5. Now this has got the crescent-shaped ejector rod spring. I'll see if I can show you all what that does. When your cylinder moves around, well, it just fell out on me. Put that back in there. See if I can do it. I don't have enough hands. Trusty assistant, come here.
Okay.
Just hold the camera here, right at the pistol. I want to show them how it ejects. Here's the round. It's on half cock, so it kind of notches down in place for you. If you can hear that clicking. Then you take the ejector rod under here. Bring it back a little, hon. No.
Oh.
Right there. Put your finger on that, and you push forward, and the round falls right out. And I wanted to show you the round. It's all aluminum. There's no bullet or projectile. It just has a spring back in here. It's really cool. I just leave it here in the Uberti, or in the Taylors & Company. I got 2 Ubertis. I'll lower that down. Thank you. And it's just absolutely beautiful. I love the wood grain. Let me get it to focus. I messed up my finger the other day wrestling with Jacob. But I love the engraving. It says 357 Magnum there. And Taylors & Company, Winchester, Virginia on the top. They import the Ubertis. So does Cimarron. Stoger's now doing it. Heritage has some they import. But when I seen this beauty sitting there, I'm a sucker for the beautiful wood and the engraving and so forth. I said, oh man, I gotta have that. And sorry about all the messed up filming. Probably should have done this on the table. I had some pretty good light coming through the windows behind me. But we really enjoy it. I'll put it here in the old holster that I acquired some time back. That's 4 3/4 inch barrel length. And you got a little loop here. You just stick the loop over the hammer. I just redone this, so it's real tight right now, but whoop, can't get it on there. There we go. I'm doing everything with my left hand, like I said, so it's not the easiest for me. I'm noticing something in the camera I don't like. I see a mar or something right here. I don't know if that's just a imperfection in the wood, but really pretty, really nice. And as soon as we put a second mortgage on the house, we're going to get us another round of 357 Magnum for deer hunting. That was a joke. They're so costly. I looked at an El Patron today, imported by Taylor's and Company, and it's all blued, 5.5 inch barrel. This is 4 3/4, so a little longer. Probably wouldn't fit in my holster. It'd come through just a little bit there, but we can get another holster. But all blued, case hardened, and the 5.5 inch barrel, a beautiful handle with checkering on it. It's called the El Patron. They've worked the hammer spring. It's lighter, and the trigger is lighter. Now this is a Taylor's and Company, and these are a little lighter than my original Uberti Hombre that I have in the safe in there. You want to go get that one for me, Jacob?
What, your original one?
Yeah, the Hombre.
Oh, Daisy.
It's a 4-click model. Yeah, Daisy's on the film. That's our little puppy. She's not feeling real well right now, but it is a 4-click model on the Uberti Cattleman Hombre that he's bringing. This is the 3-click with the safety on the firing pin that retracts. The one I'm bringing out next is just like a Colt. I mean, they're identical clones. I've had it for a long time. I just put a new trigger spring in it by Wolf. Instead of a flat spring, it's got the round trigger spring. But we'll say goodbye to this one here real quick. If you have any questions, let me know. We'll just set it right over here. We'll bring in the next one. And this is my Uberti Hombre that I've had forever. And this is more of a hunter style holster that comes up and covers more of the gun. But it's got a pretty handy handle too. I've marred it a little bit. I'm so mad at myself for doing that. But I've had this gun apart quite a few times. And it's got the brass around the trigger guard and the handle. I fell in love with this when I first seen it. Got a little bit of case hardening on the hammer, and it's a matte finish. And 357 Magnum, 38 Special. And I don't know what that says there. That's just a marking, but this is a Uberti, and it's neat, and I really like the wood on it as well. It's kind of a more reddish colored wood, but I've shot this many a times. Me and Jake out back. He's got his little Heritage Rough Rider 22 over there practicing spinning with the cylinder out. But this is a 4-click model here. So you got 4 clicks that comes back and a fixed hammer. So it's 2 clicks back, and that allows your cylinder to move on this one. And again, I've taken it all apart. 3 screws down there, 1 up here, 2 in the back, and you get in there, and down underneath this is a trigger spring. And they come with flat ones, and you'll know after you've shot several times. I need to clean down in there. That brass is turning green. I just now seen that. Once you shoot several hundred rounds, that flat spring will break. And what happened when the flat spring broke, and I had the hammer in full rear position, you can continue to move the cylinder either way, because underneath here, let's see if I can get it. I can't really see it. There's a bolt, and the bolt holds the cylinder right here in these notches. that final notch right there, it holds that cylinder so it will not go backward. When you got it in full cock position, that cylinder should not move any direction, because your round's coming out of the cylinder into the forcing cone, which is bigger than the barrel, so it guides it in there. So that's very dangerous. Now you can see the bolt, it's up. It was because I had the position of the hammer wrong. That little shiny device there is double-sided, and it goes straight up and fits in this notch down below to hold your cylinder. So I was so happy I was able to fix that myself. I didn't want to send it to no one because I've had it forever. This is my original cowboy clone, Colt clone from 1873 year. But it has the brass everywhere. And I just love the beautiful wood on them. Now this is a matte finish, so it's not shiny. And you can hunt with it, hunt deer, hogs, anything you can get close enough and practice and make sure you hit where you're aiming. But I got several videos on this one. And I had trouble with that firing, or that cylinder pin coming out. And I had ordered a new cylinder pin, but I didn't like it. VTI gun parts is where I got it. So I went back with the original, even though it was a little buggered up. I sanded it down with like emery paper and put it back in position. It's got a safety notch on it. So you pull this back. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this with one hand. You push in on here and shove down, and that locks that to where when the hammer comes forward, you look down in there, see that pin sticking through now? When the hammer comes forward, it will not fire on a round. So if you carry 6 rounds with this weapon, you must have that firing pin inserted and or have it on half notch, which is your safety. Now let's see if I can do this. This is really going to be messed up with one hand, but used to, before I messed up the cylinder pin, it would come out. All you had to do was hit this plunger and it would come forward for you. I'll fix that in a minute. But it'll come right forward when you hit that, and that will be out of your way up here. That will no longer protrude. So it will go all the way down and seat in. Let me pause this and come right back. I'll fix that. All right, now it's back in the forward position, and the hammer is able to go all the way down. Now, the other safety on this pistol is that half cock right there. That's a safety. Not supposed to go off, but I trust that cylinder pin inward, set inward, more than I do this. That's just a little notch on the hammer, and it can fail if it's dropped on the ground or something, but that pin locks in place and it won't bring that hammer forward. Now, if you're in bear country, I don't recommend doing that. I don't know if I'd be carrying this in bear country, but if that's all you got, that's all you got. Now, you can make it a race gun and shoot 6 rounds in a matter of a second and a half. Watch Tuco the Rat on YouTube. I love his channel. I don't know that Hickok 45 does a lot of fanning or anything like that, but Tuco the Rat is the channel that you want to watch for. He'll shoot a 2 and 3 round burst like it's nothing. And I enjoy spinning the revolvers and everything. Again, I'm using my left hand, so this is all over the place. But I absolutely love these cowboy revolvers. This is a 4-click model, just like a Colt. So we'll start from the beginning. You ready? Listen for it. 1, 2, 3. I didn't do that quite right. I didn't catch. 2, 3, 4. That's a 4-click model. And the Taylor's over here is a 3-click. There's your 4 clicks. And I've had so much fun with this pistol. Revolver. It is also called a pistol. A lot of people are like, no, a pistol's like the polymer. That's a revolver, but they are both referred to. The revolver and the pistol are both the same type of thing. Back in the early days, look it up. But crown on the barrel here is real important. And cleaning it after you fire, which this looks like it needs to be cleaned a little more. I use ballistol, and this one also has the crescent, a crescent shape there on the ejector rod. It focuses until I talk about it. But anyway, if you want to go buffalo hunting or deer hunting, these are the weapons to use.
There's a buffalo right
All right, guys. Yeah, I'm showing them buffalo. Talk to you later.